Hi and hello everyone. Welcome to the recent orientation for March 26, uh, where we'll be discussing December 25 problems, issues, and we'll be focusing on March 26. Okay. Kindly confirm everyone, is my voice clear to all of you? Thanks for the confirmation. Great. Thank you for the confirmation. Okay, so guys, hello everyone. Welcome to the reset orientation for ACCA performance management for March 26 and June 26 attempt. This is your instructor Rizwan Maniya. I hope you all are well. And first of all, congratulations and best congratulations to all of those who did manage to pass in December 25 attempt. Those students who were not able to make it, most students who were not able to make it, for them, please don't be demotivated. I know this is a tough time, tough period, and uh, you might be disappointed, but it's not the end of the world. You need to lift yourself. You need to motivate yourself. I know it's challenging. I know it will, for so many students, it would be so much demotivating for them. But see, at the end of the day, these are examinations that are professional papers, and things like these do happen. You need to understand, you need to realize that there might be something wrong. There might be some issue. There might be some issue, that is why you are not able to pass. I always say you and examiner never are face to face, in terms of you do not coordinate with the examiner directly. They don't know you, you don't know them. It's not on the basis of likings and dislikings that they don't pass you or fail you. It's just totally based on the performance. So if your performance is not good, if you were not to the mark, so you will struggle to pass. Since the result, as always, I have been receiving so many student messages regarding counseling, guidance, what should they do. I understand that this is a very crucial time for you people. But at the same time, many like you were not able to pass in the previous attempt. But this time they are qualified, they did pass the exams. So, in short, it's just a matter of time and the right approach and the right direction. If you have the right approach, the right direction, you will be able to make it smoothly, easily. So, all my friends who didn't manage to pass in any exam they gave in December 25, please, you need to motivate yourself, and the best uh, ability, it's not ability actually, the best characteristic a human being has is the ability to forget things. This is a blessing, to be very honest. This is the blessing given to us by God, that you, me, we forget things. So soon you will forget this, which means you will get a good chance, a new opportunity to come back, be more stronger, more prepared, more energetic, more motivated for the upcoming exam. Now, there are two different categories of students who are right now in the session. The first category relates to those who haven't given the paper yet. It's their first attempt and they are giving for the first time. I want you people to learn from the mistakes others have done in the previous attempt. The reason why they did not pass, you need to figure out those mistakes and learn and try not to repeat or commit those mistakes that others have done in the previous exam. Okay? Those students who did not pass, they gave the paper, they were not able to make it. For them, the message is simple. For them, the message is simple, and that is no need to be worried. Yes, accept the failure in the sense that you will learn from it. And whatever mistakes you have done, you need to think about it. This session will help you to figure out what could have gone wrong, what you could have done better. Work on those things, you'll be able to make. So today here, I will be addressing lot of important things that will be extremely useful for the people, for the students who will appear for the first time in PM paper. Similarly, I will also cater especially those students who did not pass. For them, they need to understand and learn. So we will be catering them as well. So let's now officially begin the session. All the students must be with me till the last because this session will help the newcomer, the one who will reset, everyone can benefit from it. All right. Now, my teaching experience, more than 18 years teaching paper, PM, FMA, PM, and it's always very good to see when students pass in good numbers, they grab positions. So it's always very good experience for all of us that yes, your success is our success. Your failure is our failure. So teaching this paper since more than 18 years, I have seen this paper creates pressure for students. Students struggle, but there are reasons behind it. So I'll be using all my 18 years rich experience today to come up with the reasons which I think are important for everybody to understand, for everybody to learn, and come up with a plan of action. Not only this, I will also discuss a plan with you people that is for next uh, 40, 45 days till your examination. what should be done, what is important for everyone to cover. Okay. Last December 20, last September 25 result were excellent. For December, we are still gathering, we are still uh, finalizing the numbers. But to be honest, September 25 student performance was really good. Six of my students won the national place, were the national place winners for different papers that I teach, like PM, FM, and APM. So let's hope for the best this time as well. These were six position holders of September 25. Let's see how many this time will be the place winners in their part of the world. And coming attempt of March 26, you guys have a very good chance as well. Okay. Now, the passing ratios. Surprisingly, there was a bit of disappointment as the passing ratio of September 25, it's mistakenly written here, September 25 was 43%, whereas the passing ratio of December is 40. So there is a reduction in the passing ratio by 3%, which is something a bit concerning, and I can see the reflection of that on the student results. The question is why students fail, why we see a small 3% dip in the passing ratio. There are multiple reasons that I thought I should discuss with you people. Those who haven't given the exam, those who haven't given the exam yet, they need to analyze, are they suffering from these issues or not, and avoid doing these issues. And those who didn't manage to pass, it's it's very important for you to analyze, were you into these problems or not. At last, still the passing ratio is 40. Still, it's a very good number. I always say one thing. Yes, students do consider passing ratios. Then, okay, how is a passing ratio? Good, bad. But what I personally believe is, please do not focus a lot on passing ratio. Just understand one thing, and that is, whatever the passing ratio is, you have to try to be part of those winning numbers. Even if the passing ratio is 5%, 7%, 9%, no worries. You should be part of that 7% or 9%. Everybody should give him or herself the task and the objective and the goal that you will pass, whatever the passing ratio is. Okay? Now, as we just saw the passing ratio and there is a 3% dip. So let's now discuss the possible reasons why students fail. And these reasons are those that I thought that in these last 18 years or so, students, when they come up with different feedbacks about their performances, when I review their my exam performance report, I have seen these problems are very common. So let's start with the first one, and that is the biggest issue that I see, especially when it comes to CRQ questions, that students are not clear about the requirements. Requirements. They're not clear on the requirements. They are not sure what exam requirement is asking them to do, especially in CRQs. When I say this, what I mean is what your examination verbs require you to do, what examination objects, elements that where to focus on require you to do. So, yes, objects and verbs are not clear to the student. And because of that, they end up doing second mistake, which is their answers are not according to what is required in the question. Obviously, if you are not sure what is the meaning of the verb, so how will you able to respond properly? You won't be able to. So their answer goes in some other direction, whereas the question is exactly in the different direction what they've answered. And again, that is very much valid for CRQs. Okay. Then time management issue. People leave 10 marks, 5 marks, 8 marks, and even you leave 5 marks or even you leave 3 marks, make sure this is clear in your mind that you are giving yourself 97 marks from which you have to pass. If you leave 10, then 90 marks. If you leave 15, then 85. Your chances of passing slowly and gradually goes down. So, very crucial that in the remaining 40 to 45 days you are left with, you have to work on your time management. And today, as I will move on, I will definitely focus on lot of time management tips for you people. Then selective study. You put yourself for the selective study option. You waste the initial time period. Even now, those who didn't manage to pass, they still can cover things. They still can focus on lot of important things. But if you waste time, maybe just 10 days from now, maybe just 10 days from now, he or she will be in a very difficult position. Very difficult position. Okay. So, management, coverage of the entire area is very important. Okay. Next, lack of practice. Lack of practice. Lack of practice means we are not practicing enough and we fail at the end of the day. Now, sometimes what we do, If we like doing section OTs more, we prefer those more. We prefer those more. We solve those more. If we prefer doing section B more, we solve these questions more. And similarly, section C. So lack of practice is one reason for failure, because what I personally believe, everyone, this is directly connected with your confidence. Just a minute, please. Azan. Just hold on. So, lack of practice is the other major issue that I've seen. And I am very confident about this, that when you do not practice, even you know the concepts, but if you're not practicing properly, you are not confident. So your confidence is directly related to your practice. So the more practice you do, the more confidence you will have. Okay? The more practice you do, the more confidence you have. So practice is key. And for that, I will be sharing a plan with you today. By the end of the session, try to follow that plan. And I hope that you will have sufficient time to practice them. Now, this is a very specific problem I've seen for PM exam. Mixed questions. Now, what do I mean by mixed question? For example, there is a section B question. You know what section B question are. In section B question, there was a scenario followed by 5 OTs. There is a scenario followed by 5 OTs. Now, three questions relate to linear programming. The next two are relevant costing. Or the three questions relate to pricing topic. The two are relevant costing. Now, questions like these are creating lot of problem for the students. Kindly confirm, is my voice clear to all of you? I can see certain complaints in relation to voice. Is voice clear? Now, those who are saying a bit distorted, there are few saying yes. So this could be due to your own internet issue, I feel. Okay. Now, mixed questions are very important to understand. So examiner, is changing the scenarios. Like the first three OTs pertains to paragraph number 1. The next two OTs pertains to paragraph number 2. Here they change the situation and students are not able to handle it. I have seen this a lot, that especially in mixed question area, students are not clearly reading the scenario, reading the details. Like, for example, very simple example of limiting factor I am giving you here. Listen very carefully. The question is stated in period 1, or maybe 1 month is given, like February, January, October, whatever. They said in period 1, there are 3,600 hours available only. But in period 2, it says that hours are available for labor. In period 1, labor was the limiting factor. In period 2, it is not the limiting factor. Now, students are doing a mistake that they are not reading it carefully. So, because of that, what they do, they end up doing it wrong. Reading the scenario is very important, carefully. And how you will be able to make it? If you are confident, if you are relaxed, if you are not putting too much pressure on yourself, then you can do it easily. So that is why it is very, very, very important, my friends, to be confident before you go into the examination. Okay, nice. Failing to use brought forward knowledge. I don't know why. Oh, you know what high-low method is? Yes. You know what regression analysis is? Yes. Have you covered regression in your MA exam? Yes. So I'm asking you people, have you ever covered regression and time series in your MA paper? Please either say yes or no in the comment section. You have. I'm so surprised. Something that you have covered at MA level that you have passed already, then when you come to PM, the way I teach these areas is based on the assumption that I start from scratch, and I assume that you are not clear about it, or you totally forgot all those things. I start from scratch and I cover things. Still, what I end up seeing at the end of the exam day is, sir, the question of correlation was difficult. Sir, the question of time series was difficult. Why? Why? Something you are covering twice, you are still not clear about it. So, my friends, variances, budgets, performance measurement, all these can come again. Concept of moving average, things like these. We have done these things in the practice classes. So, students are really not using the brought forward knowledge. And I'm so shocked. You are lucky that if something that relates to the previous area comes again, because you already have covered it before, instead of using that to your own advantage, that becomes the reason for failure. What is this? What is this? Please, the problem exists at the level of practice or conceptual issues. So make sure you work on your basics. And the previous things should be, it should be something that should motivate you. Like, okay, I know what high-low method is. I know basic variances like material, labor, sales. I know regression. I know correlation. But unfortunately, for you people, that works in a negative way. That works in a negative way. Okay? Now, remember, you have to pass, you have to reasonably perform in these 4 areas. Knowledge based area should be good. Concept. Concept is important. Knowledge based area should be good. You should know what absorption costing is. You should know what ABC does. You should know the reason of planning variance. You should know what operational variance will do. So you need to be good in knowledge areas. Then application part, application part. We cannot apply our, our knowledge to scenarios. Students are very, very, very poor when it comes to linking with the scenario for CRQs and also for section B scenario based OTs. Application, knowledge, thought, narrative side should be very good. Now, narrative doesn't mean the theory that you draft in CRQs. Narrative also means the OTs that you solve. The OTs that you solve is also part of narrative side. Theoretical questions, understanding of the question and answering according to it. So narrative weakness is also a major problem. Then calculations. Generally, I've seen people are good in calculations, but it is the only calculation where they are good. The rest two areas or the remaining three areas they are not good at. Now, my friends, those who were not able to pass, you have a very good feedback report available on your portal by the name of My Exam Performance Report. My Exam Performance Report is a very good guide for you people. Please download it or open the report and read it thoroughly. If you understand English, read it thoroughly. Lot of things you will be able to understand by reading the report only. If you are not clear about what is written, send me that report. I will give you the input that, okay, this is the area where you are lacking and this is the one where you are really doing good. You are lucky that your examiner is giving you a feedback about your paper's performance. And you will see in that My Exam Performance Report that areas like application, knowledge, narrative, calculations, you are given with the percentage as well, that how well you have performed these. Okay. So, four areas you need to focus on. And I'm not saying that everybody is good in calculations. The feedback will give you clarity what you have done, good or bad. And I've seen lot of my exam performance reports. I've seen lot of my exam performance reports where I see worst performance in CRQs. Like 25%, 17%, 18% score people are getting in CRQs. Why? And the one reason that I see a lot is too much emphasis on section A or section B with less time for CRQs. And then you rush And when you rush, you do mistakes, or you do not complete the paper. So the worst performances I've seen a lot in CRQ cases. My exam portal, my PM portal, those who are listening to me right now will provide you or consist of so many CRQ practice solutions by the name of compulsory past paper questions. People leave that area. People do not cover that area. You have to practice and end up getting a fail. Are you with me, my friends? So these are the common things that I've seen. Then, one thing that I always focus, one thing that I always focus that you should make that as your strength is grab easy numbers. People leave that area as well. See, those who fail to identify easy marks, those who fail to utilize easy marks, they end up failing the exam. End up failing the exam. Are you with me? They end up failing the exam. So, my friends, easy marks are there. I always emphasize on easy numbers. Why do you don't understand? You are not required to grab 100 out of 100. You only need to target 50 out of 100. Minimum target should be 50. To grab 50, you are allowed to do 50 marks mistake. So, my friends, keep it simple. Watch my smart paper solving technique video if you haven't seen and learn how to grab easy numbers. Your examiner can never prepare an examination where all 100 are difficult, all 50 are difficult. No. Yes, there is a difficulty level, but even a good, reasonable student can pass if they catch on easy marks. Now, after discussing and looking at this key reasons for failures, there are certain tips I need to give you people for section A, for section B, for section C of the exam, which you can really improve, focus, and ensure you pass. So for section A, my friends, a simple message cover the whole syllabus. Simple message cover the whole syllabus. You cannot and choose things because there are 15 OTs. Examiner can ask these questions from anywhere, anywhere, from anywhere. So cover the entire syllabus. This is a simple message Time management. Time management. Simple message. Okay. How many questions you are required to solve? I always explain this to my students. In section A, can you tell me please? How many? 15 or 20? 15 questions I'm asking you. See, still you guys are not replying me the right answer thing. 15. I always say 15 OTs is what you have to target. In these 15 OTs, not all are difficult. You have to focus on easy OTs first. And you now are experienced. So you tell me if I'm wrong or I'm very optimistic. So do let me know if I'm wrong. How many questions are super easy in these 15? Come on, you guys tell me. When I say super easy, it means very easy. Yes. 4, 3, 5. Yes or no? Okay. 4. Even if 4 are super easy, how many marks will you be able to grab from 4 easy ones? One has a weightage of 2 marks. So 8 marks. 8 marks are in your pocket. And I always ask this question. How many marks do you need in section A to pass? How many marks do you need in section A to pass? Tell me. From 30 marks, you need how many? 16. 16 marks. Okay. So 16 marks means how many OTs you should ensure should be correct? 8. In that 8, 4 are the easy ones. How much effort you have to put further? Just next 4 OTs. Halas. Next 4 OTs. That's it. When you pass. So you have to be very from here. You have to be very, very from here. And this is where the problem is. See, psychologically make it easy for you. Now, when you practice for the remaining 40, 45 days, listen. What you do, I'll give you a very good suggestion. Will you follow? Yes or no? Okay. Let's see how many will. A simple solution. Whenever you practice section AOTs, always practice in batch of 15 questions. Pick a batch of 15 OTs. Pick a chunk of 15 OTs every time. Now, for example, you want to solve 60 questions in one day. So split those into 4 batches. 15, 15, 15, 15. When you will do something like this, what happens? The first batch of 15, give yourself time. How many minutes in exam you should be having to solve 15? 54 minutes. 54 minutes. So listen, you have to try to solve those 15 in 54 minutes. Every chunk of 15 OTs, Give yourself the time of 54 minutes and solve within 54 minutes. Can this be possible? Tell me, come on. Is this a very demanding thing? No. Now, when you're solving these 15 OTs, in that, find the easy OTs first. You can skip it, man. The one you see seems to be difficult by reading the requirement and the details. Skip it, move on. Try to solve the 4 easy ones first, 5 easy ones first, 6 easy ones first. Treat that you are in the examination. I am so honest about this. Seriously, this will help you to simply pass in section A on the day of examination, inshallah. It's practice, it's mindset. Okay? So, when you solve that chunk of 15 questions, tip number 1, find easy OTs, grab 8 marks quickly. Then look for the one that are a bit difficult, try to solve and get very close to 9 or 10 OTs. 9 or 10 OTs in that you're confident that yes, I am sure that I will be able to grab 16 marks minimum out of 30. And make sure you solve in 54 minutes. And I always say this is very much possible because the general average time per question is 3.6 minutes you have. Okay. Now the best thing is the easy questions will not take 3.6 minutes. Easy questions will not take 3.6 minutes. I'm sure you will agree with me on this. The easy ones are those that you'll be able to solve maybe in a minute, 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. So this means you will have spare time from these easy ones that you can adjust in the difficult questions. Those questions that would take 5 minutes, maybe 6 minutes. But what will happen eventually? You will end up solving all within 54 minutes. Okay? Now, the plan is clear. Easy OTs, you will practice in chunks of 15 questions per batch. You will solve the easy ones first. That will save your time and will give you easy marks. Your first target should be to grab 16 marks by ensuring 8 are correct. And your second task should be to complete all within 54 minutes, just in case you're not able to solve in 54 minutes, leave and move on. Leave and move on. Leave to section B. Sorry, move on to section B, section C. You are not allowed to steal the time of one section and give that time to the other, or you are overcompensating one section and leaving the other one. No, leave it, move on. Because that is why I'm saying 8 marks. Sorry, 8 OTs. If you have somehow done correct, even if you leave the difficult ones in this particular section, you will pass. And when you pass section A, section B, section C by just passing marks, you end up passing the paper. And this is what I want. I don't want you to bring a position. I want you to pass. My success is to ensure you pass in first attempt. That's it. Even if you bring 50, I'm happy. Because zero, because 49 is like zero and 50 is like 100. Okay? Are you all listening me? Come on. Give me your feedback. Whatever I'm mentioning is very useful. Seriously. We always emphasis a lot on, okay, I should practice more, I should do this. We are less concerned about the psychological aspect and your practice that you will do in these 45 days. When you practice at home, that will determine that you will pass or fail. Those who are not passing the paper, listen, it means that when you prepare yourself for exam these days, you are not using these days wisely, or you are not practicing in these days as you should do to pass the paper. Whenever you sit to solve one CRQ of 20 marks, one MTQ of 10 marks, or one section A OT of 2 marks, time management is important. Put pressure on yourself. Put a time limit on yourself. Uh, How many fail because of this third stupid reason? You end up getting 48, 49, 47, 46. Somewhere there is one reason where you did wrong due to wrong rounding of policy. Come on, this is one area where everybody can improve. You ask Chat GPT about the solutions of those MCQs. Let me very honest. Let me be very honest and clear and open about it. Don't do this because Chat GPT sometimes end up giving you the wrong answer. Instead of asking Chat GPT what is the answer of an MCQ, it is better to ask Chat GPT the rules of rounding off. Learn rounding off rules. Problem with us is we have the technology in our hand, but we are not using that in the right way. Done. Fourth problem I see in section A, is the narrative OTs that I mentioned earlier. This is where people are lacking. This is where they are not very good at. You must have experienced it. This is very much connected to coverage of the whole syllabus. This is very much connected to your understanding of what is required you to answer. So here I always try, my friends, to explain you that see, you as human beings might not be expected to have clarity about all the statements given in one question. Maybe there are 6 statements, 7 statements. Okay, agree that you know all the 7 very clearly, but there is a very rare chance of this. You are good in 3, 4, 1, 2, you are not able to figure out. So I always say the best is that you should know all the 7 statements, but if you are not, then play wisely, smartly, sensibly. And what is that? What it means? What that means? What it means? It means things that are out of the box, statements that are not the answers, throw them out. Read the statement clearly, translate it into your mother tongue, and then trans then filter out the wrong ones so that you get very close to the correct ones. Very, very close to the correct. Okay? Clear? Section B tips. This remains the same. Fill in the blank. You may face in section B as well. Same rounding of instructions you need to learn. The difference between section A and B now is B has a scenario followed by 5 OTs. A doesn't have anything like this. So here the importance of reading the scenario is very much, very much. Here the importance of reading the question is very much. And I have seen section B questions are creating more trouble because examiner in section B, the way examiner provides you the information, people are not reading it. Like I said earlier, for example, it's a limiting factor question. They are giving the question that in period 1, labor is the limiting factor. In period 2, labor is ample available, machine is the limiting factor. They miss out on that information. 2 OTs are based on labor as a limiting factor. The remaining 2 OTs are a one that requires multiple limiting factor cases, and you are now at linear programming. I have seen questions, exam question, where the first OT of MTQ section B was a single limiting factor. The next 2 were multiple limiting factor using linear programming. The remaining 2 were relevant costing or pricing. Mixed questions. And the major reason for failure, I feel, is not being able to understand the question. Either because of exam pressure, timing not up to the mark, lack of time management, lack of practice, lack of confidence, the fear of failing the paper. Just throw this out. The fear, I will fail, I will fail, I will fail, I will fail. Then you will fail. You have to say 200 times in a day, I will pass, 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 I will pass. In your room, on every wall, write 10 things, I will pass. And every day, at the start of the day, read the walls, I will pass. Whether you pass or fail starts from here and ends here. My friends, just 50 marks out of 100 you need to grab. Why have you made your life so difficult? Okay? So section B, read the scenario. It is very crucial. Very crucial. Please understand this point. And then again, the time management aspect. One MTQ should be done in 18 minutes. Now, how to ensure? Again, how many OTs do you have? 5. All 5 are difficult? Say yes or no. Hello? All 5 are difficult? Say yes or no. No. How many in these 5 are very easy? Come on, you decide. 2. 2. Allah. My friends, you are not understanding. 2 are very easy. This is a 10-mark requirement. You need to get 6 to pass. I'm crying from inside. You need six to pass. Two are easy. One is of moderate level. Out of five, if you ensure three are done correctly, you get 6 out of 10. Plan like this. Make small, small goals for yourself. Small, small goals for yourself. That one question of section B of variances, I have to ensure that I get six, just three OT should be correct. The next section B question, again, three should be correct. The next three should be correct. Halas. 6 marks from the first one, 6 marks from the second one, 6 marks from the third one, 3 OT section B MTQs 18 out of 30 pass. Pass. Baby steps. You need to take baby steps in the paper. And these are baby steps. Just three in one MTQ. Read it carefully. You know, in section B, examiner has made it clear that they will never connect the answers of each OT with the other one, which means if one is not correct, you can ensure second is correct. If you don't know the first three, you can solve the last two. When it comes to time management, once you solve the easy ones first, out of five, two, three are easy. Less time you will take, the more time you can spend on the difficult ones and ensure that you solve within 18 minutes every single MTQ question. So baby steps is what you have to take. And in section B as well, I always say the selection of which section B question you will opt for is important. So skim the scenario, not completely, skim the requirements. The first seems like it is of variances, the other seems like it is of linear programming, the third seems like to be of ABC. If you are good in ABC, start first with that case study, because when you start with your strength, you are more confident, you are more motivated, and you tend to solve that easily, comfortably, maybe less than 18 minutes, and the balance you can use somewhere else. My friends, very honestly, this time before the paper, solve two mocks of 100 marks the way I am telling you today, the way I am explaining you today. I will take up your questions at the end. I can see students are writing in the comment box. They are asking questions. No issue. I will answer each and every question today with best of my knowledge. Wait. Done? So section B, tips, easy OTs in every scenario. Target is 3 questions minimum to get 6 marks. Plus, from the 3 scenarios of section B, pick the easiest MTQ first. Remember, you need 18 out of 30 marks. Khalas. In section A, you need 16 out of 30. In section B, you need 18 out of 30. Which means, which means 16 plus 18 makes 34 marks you already have from the 60 marks of section A and B. Now tell me, to pass, how many further needed from section C? Tell me, how many further needed? Just 16 more to get to 50. 16 more. From 40 marks of CRQs, just 16 more marks to pass. You are making your life difficult. but by not realizing it, by not understanding it, how to make it simple for yourself. Okay. So here I'll take a short break, a small short prayers break. I want everybody to be with me. We will be discussing section C, then I will discuss a plan with you. 45 days plan. Very important, crucial plan. And then we'll take your questions as well. So for the plan, be with me. See you in 10 minutes. See you in 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, guys. Hello. Welcome back. Okay. So is my voice audible, guys? Confirm, please. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Now, so I told you that now you need 16 out of the remaining 40. Now, how to grab those? It's an easy deal, to be very honest. So, first of all, identify verbs and objects. Whenever you read the question, there are verbs available, there are objects available. Please always figure out verbs and objects. You should know the meaning of the verb. Explain, discuss, describe. These are the verbs. And these are used for certain elements. Elements are known as objects. And I always explain this to students whenever I get this opportunity to talk to you people. Like when the question is asking you, dis- briefly explain or just explain the advantages of rolling budgets. So now explain is the verb, and advantages that you have to write is your element or your object. Yes, there are multiple verbs in one requirement, multiple objects in one requirement. And I always say, if you have to ensure that you get reasonable marks, that you get reasonable marks from the verbs, reasonable marks from the objects. So make sure you answer all the objects. Make sure you answer all the verbs. Then you will get the marks. And you will get the marks. So you have to answer all the verbs and all the objects in one particular question. Because generally you will see the word and is used for any extra requirement. Word and is used. Okay. So to get complete marks, targeting the entire requirement is important. Okay. Plus, these verbs do have a difference in their meanings. Not all are same in terms of meanings. Like state and explain has a big difference. In explain, You have to answer why are you mentioning this. Instead, you just mention it like the advantage of rolling budget. So one advantage of rolling budget is it reduces uncertainty. So when you are explaining the same advantage, you have to mention why rolling budget reduces uncertainty. Tell the reason for that. And the reason is continuous updation in the budget that you do in rolling approach makes your budget up to date and hence reduces uncertainty. So in state, you mention the advantage. In explain, you tell why it is an advantage. So my friends, you need to understand the meaning of the verbs, and for that again, you have a very good video available on Wishi's YouTube channel by the name of Examinable Verbs. Okay. Then time management. Time management. 36 minutes you have to complete this. Now in CRQs again, start with the one in which you are already good. Like you can skim the requirements of CRQ. You can see that one requirement is of assessing the financial and non-financial performance of an organization for 16 marks, the other for 4 marks, that makes 20 marks for one CRQ. Then the other requirement is from maybe variances, calculate mix and yield variance, then assess the performance of the manager. So you think you are good in variances, you start with that CRQ first, because if you start with the CRQ, that will be your strength. You might end up completing that CRQ less than 36 minutes. Easy CRQ first. And if you complete that in 30 minutes, maybe 24 minutes, you have a spare 5 minutes, 10 minutes that you can adjust in some other CRQ or in some other area of section A and B. So adjustment of time is allowed, but stealing the time is not allowed. If you have a spare somewhere, use somewhere else, but do not exceed the time period of a certain area. Adjustment is only allowed when you are done a particular question before its allotted time. So now understand, my friends, 40 marks you have to play with. In 40, you need 16, which means each CRQ you need to grab 8 out of 20, even less than the passing marks. Okay, let's be positive about it. Let's do one thing. Out of 20, let's target minimum 10 passing marks. Passing marks. Now, generally, if it's a 20 mark CRQ, generally 10 marks, 8 to 10 marks would be related to calculation, and the remaining 10 to 12 would be related to theory. Yes, I said it correct. Theory might be more. So if you think you are good in calculations, try to do calculations quickly to grab easy 7 to 8 numbers. The rest, whatever you grab from theory, is bonus for you. It's a bonus for you. So just 10 marks out of 20, can't you do this? In each question, even though your target is much easier if you did manage to grab 16 in section A and 14 and 18 in section B. 10 times. How to present the answer of a CRQ? You have spreadsheet available for calculations, simple calculations for CRQ perform using spreadsheet, using the formulas in the cell, submission, sum, plus, minus, power. That's it. Not supposed to use calculator. And I always say spreadsheet is also a key resource or a source of competitive advantage. For example, if you are doing a variance question, it's a mix and yield question. You have to solve that on spreadsheet. You inputted the mix formula. Now everything is almost done. Just copy paste for yield formula. Just make the necessary change. Done. Khalas. Done. Example 2. You did, for example, uh, planning variance. Work out the planning variance, copy paste everything. For operational variance, just change the figure. You know, it's R versus O. The way I teach people, people know what I'm saying. Revised versus actual, original versus revised. Just change the figure and you get the answer. Oh, my friends, if you try to realize, this spreadsheet is a game changer for you. It's a lifesaver for you. Alas, go, be happy. Then, for drafting the theory, simple English, in form of paragraphs, no bullets, in form of paragraphs. You can use a heading here if you want to. Under this heading, paragraphs, then heading 2, then paragraphs, paragraphs, paragraphs. That's it. Generally, what I say, your objects can be your headings of the answer. Objects. For example, there are two objects in one question. First is advantages and second is alternative course of action. Advantages will be your first heading. Under this, you can write multiple advantages in form of paragraphs. Then second will be alternatives. And under this, you can write alternatives, whatever what you want to write. So in form of paragraph, present your answer. A reasonable typing speed. That's it. My friends, your target is simple. Your target is simple. Let's create a study plan now for you people. Let's create a study plan. Study plan, considering today is 18th, for example. Yeah, it's 18th, 19th, 19th. You take out today's day from tomorrow. Let's start counting from tomorrow. So this is month of January, which means January month is of 31 days. So from tomorrow, you have 13 days till the end of the month and entire month of February for 28 days. Okay. So 28 plus 13, 41 days. Your exam is on 4th of March. My birthday, 4th of March. I hope that will be a lucky day for you. So 4th of March, let's take 3 days of March. 44 days you have. Okay, let's make a 40-day plan. Not even 43 days, 40 days. You need to decide when you have to study. Is it the mornings that you prefer or the night time? Whatever suits you, go with that. Minimum 4 hours from tomorrow. Minimum 4 hours. Yes, you can increase it, but cannot reduce it. Increase it, cannot reduce. Now, what to do in those 4 hours? See, the questions that you have to target is section A, B, and C. Now, whenever you solve section A questions, remember in every chunk 15 OTs, in every batch 15 OTs, 54 minutes. The same strategy you have to adopt that I just explained you earlier. Easy OTs, 4 or 5 easy ones, then target number 2 should be to ensure 8 should be correct out of 15. If that you are doing on a consistent basis, so you are secure in section A. Now, study hub, you can target with one kit at least, maybe Kaplan, maybe BPP, but one kit with study hub for section A and covering the entire syllabus. Covering the entire syllabus. It can come from any area of your book, your study hub, your notes. And for section B, minimum one kit. And I haven't written study hub here, kit. Either Kaplan, BB, whatever suits you. One kit at least for section B. Comes section C. At least last 6 years CRQ questions and the hot question list that I will share in the month of Feb. At least last 6 years would mean that everything almost you will cover from these 6 years question of CRQs. Now, self-study student, this is valid for you. Students who are part of the paid batch, your portal includes all these last 6 years minimum. Your portal includes not just one, in fact, both kits for section B. Your portal includes not just one, three study hub, two kits, section A solutions. The paid student who will now join my batch or who did join after the result, for them, my clear message is you have the portal access. It is not compulsory for you to watch each and everything. What you guys can do, you guys can focus on simply focus on simply focus on the areas that you think you're weak at. The revision batch, the recent batch, sorry. You can jump towards the difficult areas first on the portal, improve yourself in terms of knowledge area. If your my exam performance report says, if from my exam performance report says you are bad in decision making section, your decision making section is weak, then go and watch the conceptual videos from my portal of CVP analysis, relevant costing, linear programming, risk and uncertainty, and pricing. If your my exam performance report says you are bad in calculations, then focus more on calculations. Practice. So the reset batch is a full course. But how can you use it? Important areas, your weak areas, your exam, my exam performance report will give you the clarity that which section you are lacking in. Focus on the concept based videos of those sections. And then the practice. In this reset batch, so many practice based solutions are available. Just focus on those. Just focus on those. So if I go back to the plan, reset batch, if you join, this is how you have to approach it. If you are a self-study student, plan things accordingly. As I'm mentioning, focus on the practice material. Now, what should be your minimum target each day? If you are a, I would advise those who are those who work, those who are working professionals. For them, my advice would be when you come from your office after the work, at night before you sleep, spend 2 hours on watching the concept based or knowledge based videos if you are part of my batch relating to your weak areas. And then wake up early in the morning before you go to your workplace. The area that you watched earlier yesterday night, solve questions for that, like section A from Study Hub and One Kit. For solutions, refer to my portal if you need, or you have the solutions available there as well. For section B, for section C also, practice and refer to my portal for video answers. Okay. So before you go to your workplace, because your mind will be fresh. When your mind is fresh, you will perform good. You will really perform good. Minimum 4 hours. In that, what you can do? One minimum, one batch of 15 OTs, just like exam. Every day, 3 MTQs, just like exam. Okay? 3 MTQs. And minimum 2 CRQs. If you are short of time, no problem. One day you can target only 2 OTs, 2 MTQs, 1 CRQ, one batch of 15. But whatever you do should be time based. Like 15 OTs, give yourself 54 minutes. If 3 MTQs, give yourself 54 minutes. Or if it's a single MTQ, give yourself 18 minutes. If 2 CRQs, give yourself 72 minutes. If 1 CRQ, give yourself 36 minutes. So if you manage 15 OTs, 3 MTQs, 2 CRQs It's like you are solving a complete one paper in one day. 100 marks. Okay. This is not possible. No issue. At least do this once in a week. 100 marks. At least do this once in a week. 100 marks. From today, you have 6 weeks ahead. Next 6 weeks, 6 times you need to solve 100 marks like this in one go. So what to do for the remaining 6 days? No problem. Day one, keep it for OTs, 15 OTs, 1 CRQ, 1 MTQ minimum you can do each day. So how many minutes will it take? 54 minutes for section A, 15 OTs. 1 MTQ would take 18 minutes. 1 CRQ would take 36 minutes, which means 54 plus 18 plus 36 means 108 minutes each day for practice. Wow. 108 minutes means approximately more than 1.5 hours each day for practice, remaining 1 hour to 2 hours for the knowledge based. Each day practice of 1.75 hours with 1.25 hours for the knowledge based videos minimum. Or 2 hours for practice, 2 hours for knowledge based videos. 2 hours for practice, 2 hours for learning the materials. How to spend those 2 hours of practice? I told you 15 OTs, one batch of OT, minimum 1 MTQ, 1 CRQ. And if things are going good in a particular day, go with one batch of 15 OTs, 3 MTQs, 2 CRQs. Done. With me, everyone? Getting the point? Yes or no? Is this useful? See, 60% of your paper is OTs based, OT based. So OT should be really good for you. Okay. So every day you have to practice OTs. Every day. 15 OTs, 1 MTQ, maybe 2 MTQ. So those who will join my reset batch, they can follow this plan. Those who now, and very important thing, students who did manage to fail, sorry, didn't manage to fail, no, students who failed and their marks were under under 40, go with reset batch. Those whose marks were 40 till 49 may go for revision batch. May go for revision batch. Those students whose marks are under maybe 30, I would advise them to to maybe skip March and go for June, because they need to improve in terms of concepts. Okay, clear? So under 30, maybe the next attempt. Under 40, Under 40 and more than 30, reset batch. Between 40-49, you may go for revision or reset batch. Okay? Any student who doesn't want to join any batch can go with the study plan that I shared earlier, and also the free webinars they can use and prepare themselves using them. Okay, so going back to the plan. See, this is a general plan of pen. I told you 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours for practice and knowledge base. But depends where you are lacking. If you need more practice, you can anytime go to 2.5 hours for the practice area. Because it also depends, are you taking the classes or not? Are you doing self-study? So minimum 4 hours time bracket should be in your mind, and then plan according to a situation. Maybe initial days, 10 days, more watching of the materials, getting to know the concept, less practice. Later stage, more practice, less watching of the materials. Okay? I will take the Q&A at the end. Now, how we teach at Wi-Fi? Those who will enroll with us for the recent batch or the regular batch for the next attempt or the revision, you will be getting recorded sessions. Again, for reset batch, these recorded sessions are complete, whereas for revision, these are based on important areas for the attempt. Live classes, the reset batch students will get live classes. The one that are still left to be held, you will be part of those. For recorded, there will be no live sessions other than the last month webinars that we'll take. E-notes will be available to both. TTA model is about practice. So in this TTA model, the first T stands for test yourself questions. Those are part of the reset batch, not part of the revision batch. Other T is testing platform access. Both will be able to enjoy for practice. Third is assignments. Now, the recent batch students will be able to submit the assignments, but revision batch will not have assignments. So we'll give you the feedback on that as well. Mock is available to both, reset and regular, both. Grand revision will be held in the last month, will be available to both. Whereas teacher assistant team, my team will be with you people till the end. So this is how we teach at Wi-Fi, where we'll ensure you pass. But you have to follow the plan. I will be sharing a complete 40 one-day plan with you people as well. Those who will be part of the portal, they can follow that plan. But, 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 again, I'll say one thing. Students who are part of the reset batch or will become part of the reset batch, you have to pick your areas, the one that you are good at or weak at, and focus on those first. Whatever suits you, You can contact our admission team at this number. They will be happy to provide you the details about the reset batch that we are offering at 35% discount. Plus, you can contact me anytime for any guidance if you are not able to pass, for any problems, issues, guidance, discussion, help. You can contact me at this number. I'm the principal here as well at PIFI, so it will help you. On top of it, there are free groups available for further guidance. You can join the free PM Global group. The link of that you will be able to grab from the support team, or you can ask me as well and be part of this group for further technical based queries. So the enrollment will be done very easily. You can even go to the website. The off is already there. You just select the course, you make the payment, you will get the access, or you may contact the admission department in this number. You can select reset batch or the revision batch. This revision will start from 4th of February, okay? 4th of Feb. Whereas webinars will be announced soon. Now the Q&A. Uh, I will be looking at the chat box, so you can ask the questions. Karthik, your concepts are good, but I failed on point. But I failed on point every time, or one point. I don't know what you are saying. I didn't understand the issue with me. Karthik, if concepts are good and if you are failing by a very close percentage, like you are getting 49, 48. So, Karthik, okay, 49 three times. That's really unfortunate, to be honest. Uh, what should you do? I think don't give up first of all, Karthik. It's bad luck for you, to be very honest. You simply have to now forget the past three attempts. What has happened. Forget about it. Just focus on the upcoming exam. You are very near. The positive thing is that you are able to grab 49. Now you have to focus on easy numbers, Karthik. The way I just explained, you target the easy marks. This should be your strategy. Focus on easy numbers should be your strategy. You try to ensure that you complete the paper on time, improve your time management. Number one tip. Number two, areas where you think you are weak, focus on those. And third, easy numbers. Practice the way I told you, at least four complete papers. You will see you'll be better in terms of the passing marks. Okay. The next question, Adhika. My application calculations were lowest in some syllabus areas where 8, 23, etc. How can I improve? Section A60, 33, 23, knowledge 71, narrative. Hadika, first of all, send me your my exam performance report. Okay, if you have already done it, I will just review and will let you know in person what needs to be done. Definitely, Kar. Yes. How can you register for the revision batch? You can contact the support team. I did share the number. But revision batch will start from 4th of February. Okay, so you need to wait for that. But reset is already on. How to concentrate on question requirements. Verb and objects, Afrasya, verbs and objects. You should know the meaning. Just convert that into your mother tongue and try to understand what is the object and make sure you answer that only. Okay? Okay. Abdul Subhan. Okay, costing week a lecture. Okay. See, Abdul Soban, I think revise the concepts if you think you need the revision, then solve on your own now and compare with my answer. If there are five questions, maybe two you first see the way I'm solving it, and the next three you solve on your own and compare with my answer. Okay? No problem, Kazi Bilal. Thank you. That's my work. Mazia Anwar, you are not able to use discount code. I don't know which discount code you are talking about. Is it a special discount that you are getting because of being part of December 25 batch? Then you need to ask the support team. Otherwise, 35% off is already available on the website. No code is needed. Okay. Kaval Zafar, those who attended September got 49, those who December, what they will do. Okay. Those who got 49, which means now it has been 2 to 3 months already that you are done with your exam, maybe 4 months. So if you think you are able to recap on your own, then it's fine. Otherwise, uh, I think you you still can go for March attempt, but it all depends how well you remember the things. Now, if you are doing self study, so you have the materials with you, Kaval. So yes, go with it. If you are taking the classes, that should help you a lot because the tutor support will be there. Uh, but you need to at least ensure you study 4 to 4.5 hours. Okay. Otherwise, if you feel like you're not very confident about it, you may skip March and go in June. Abdul Soban, time management, I already mentioned very clearly. The days you have now, you practice keeping time frame in mind. The more you practice within time frame in these days, the better will be your time management. Uh, Mazia Anwar, you can WhatsApp me. I'll forward your request and they will reply you. Okay, Kaval, no problem. You can WhatsApp me. Okay. Okay, Abdul Suman, yes. One, see, first 20 days or 25 days you do like this, that you cover a topic, practice those questions, and like this cover each and every topic. Okay. And then in the last 10 to maybe 5 to 10 days, then start practicing the questions or the complete papers, so that any any topic comes, you can solve that. So right now, section based approach would be better, not topic based, maybe section based or topic based. And then last few days after the revision, solve questions pertaining to every area in one go. Okay. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I hope the session went well. Please share your feedbacks. Did you enjoyed it in terms of the techniques that I discussed today? Were those useful? The plan of action that I made for you people, especially how to focus on getting 50 marks, happy? And the more important thing is you have to find out what went wrong for you. You have to figure out what went wrong for you. Just sit, relax now. If you are fail, no problem. Just sit, relax, be calm, and just think what went wrong. And once you note down your problems, please note down your issues, note down the mistakes you have done. So to overcome those mistakes, come up with a plan. Come up with a plan. And every day before you sleep, you should have things in the mind what you have to do next day in the morning as far as PM is concerned. Okay. Thank you very much. Stay blessed. Best of luck for the exam. Don't be demotivated. I am with you. Whatever help you need, you can contact me anytime. Whatever best I can do, I'll do for you people. Okay? Take care and bye.